pause, bro. I hate it. Like, I'm trying to be in that. I know. All right, here we go. Welcome to the third episode of this podcast that still has no name. We're still working on it. And today we have a great special guest called Lorenzo, but also goes by the name L.A.Floyd. He's an artist, musician, songwriter, producer, an overall great creative. And he agreed to be on this podcast because he's also a very chill guy, which I enjoy his company a lot here at the studio. So welcome to everybody, and let's get going.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Lorenzo, for being here.
Yeah.
And let's just begin by the beginning, I guess, as always.
Yeah. So I was conceived.
I guess that's accurate. Yeah. You were born where?
Oh, I'm from Washington. I'm from Washington. Moved out here like a year ago, but I grew up in a very heavy, like grungy scene, very rocky.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Sometimes, like if you like those types of smells.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
But,
nice.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I can imagine that, as many of the other guests, there was a point in your life where you just discovered music. Can you talk a little bit about that experience?
Oh, man. I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, my grandfather actually played drums. My dad played bass at one point. My family's all, like, pretty musical.
Okay.
So I was always around music, and I feel like my first start in music was piano. My family bought an upright when I was around, like, maybe 6 or 7.
Oh, amazing. So it was for you particularly?
No, it was just, like, for me and my siblings, and we all just kind of, like, took turns just learning stuff and figuring it out. But I didn't really find a real love for music until I was introduced to the drums at, like, 9.
Okay, cool. I know some people that most of their beginnings are also like playing in church or something like that. Is this something that happened with you?
No, I started at this drum school in Seattle. It's called Seattle Drum School. It was in Georgetown, and my teacher, his name is Davis Martin, and he's just a very funny, dry, like humor type of person.
Okay.
But I learned a lot of just like kind of like the rock chops from him, and like how to just kind of balance myself on the kit. And then from there I did a lot of like, like school concert band, jazz band. I was in a band at one point. Like I was in a couple bands, a lot of like grunge rock.
Okay.
Environments.
That's very cool, man.
Yeah, it was very fun. And then I, was like, all right, let me chill out. And then I moved to like R&B and funk for my own personal.
Okay. Was that influenced by any particular artist?
I mean, I really enjoy, like, that's kind of hard for me to say, I'm not gonna lie, because I pull from like a lot of different like things I like. Like if it comes to like rock, I'm always thinking about like grunge, or like I'm thinking about I'm trying to think of like some artists. I guess like Nirvana. Like I really like Nirvana. I really like Soundgarden, Alice in Chains.
Okay.
Just all the like Seattle collective type of artists. And then I feel like one of my favorite bands is like Metallica. I love Metallica.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking because similarly to you, I started because of my dad really listening to a lot of classic rock. So I was just like consuming music from all different areas, but that was predominantly at home, at least with him.
Yeah.
Right? But then one day I discovered through a friend like One More Time by Daft Punk. And I was like, what is this, right? So I guess my color palette expanded a little bit. And you were mentioning going into like R&B. So I thought maybe there was going to be like an experience where...
Oh, well, okay. I feel like for me, my R&B, like what really kind of got me into it was the long road trips, like from Seattle to like Spokane or Grand Coulee to like see my mom would always be playing like that type of music.
Okay.
One of my favorite artists was Maxwell. I love Maxwell. Like oh man, his music just makes you want to wear like a white shirt and just like go outside and just like experience the like breeze.
Definitely.
But I feel like his music, Jill Scott, the Roots. Oh, the Roots was a big influence on just like drumming for me. I feel like Questlove, I used to just like listen. There's one specific album, I think it was How I Got Over.
Okay.
That album by the Roots, it's the blue one where it's like the people running in the front. I just used to listen to it and just like jam on the drums to like all those chops.
Oh, that's bro. Can I ask just a tiny bit if you come this way, just for the camera? Sorry. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah. Okay. So very much a very diverse background. What made you pick up an instrument now, in the light of writing?
I've always been playing instruments. So like I started on, well, keys, then drums, and then I picked up bass and then guitar. But for me, songwriting, keys, guitar, all of them have different like elements that change how like the dynamics of the song, like how I want it to be. Like if I start on drums, that song's gonna be like very like punky or like funky, or just like it's gonna be a smelly beat.
Okay.
And like it's gonna be nasty. But for like guitar, I'm like either it's gonna be like sad boy vibes or like very chill, relaxed, or fusion-y. As for keys is like more ballad. Like these are the things that I'm just like, okay, cool. Like
I like what you said, because people have asked me, for example, what's the process, whatever you do, and I cannot pinpoint something that, oh, I'm just gonna do this and that. However, I've realized my habits, and it's similar to you. If I saw a pattern that if I just start a song on a piano, most likely it's gonna be a ballad, just because of how it rolls. Right?
You feel it. You feel the energy, and you feel like you got all these you have all these octaves.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm going to go ham right here. I'm going to do some extensions. I'm just going to like build it out, you know?
Yeah. So that's pretty much how like I would tell people, instead of just being locked in a particular routine, it's just like just play naturally and allow the music, the way you work, influence you a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes like playing drums, not to say that ballads don't have drums, but I don't know, I find it difficult to just be banging on drums, thinking of, oh, this is gonna be, you know, it's possible, but it's just naturally I'm more like inclined to be like, okay, you know? So I can definitely see that. When you're creative, just yesterday you told me you were having a session.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your dynamics with collaborators. How do you navigate that?
I feel like different collaborators provide different like outcomes. At least for like I could fit in different crowds. So like if it's rock, I'm like, okay, cool. Like I think I'm gonna go more of like a punky, grungy, aggressive, like he's an asshole type of vibe.
You heard it here.
Because I feel like if you're doing punk music or like any type of rock, it's like you really have to like be about it.
Okay.
Like, you have to like feel it. It's more feel. But like with collaborators, I feel it's like everybody has to have their own like they're a different piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
Yesterday for my session, I had a friend, he came in, he did engineering, and then he was also like kind of like he made a beat already, and he was like, hey, like you guys want to rock on this beat? And I was like, this is cool. Yeah, I'm down. So I hopped on the guitar, started playing a few things, and then my other friend, she plays bass, and I was like, okay, cool, you can play bass, and then while we're swapping off, I sent her a note. I'm like, here, we'll just write lyrics on this thing, record some lyrics, and it's more of like a flow. I try not to think too heavy on it and just like have fun with it. Because once the fun's gone, it's like, all right, you got to wrap the session up.
Yeah.
You got to wrap it up.
Oh, man.
Open a new session or something.
No, definitely. To me, I articulate that process as just been like noodling. Because
jam it.
Sometimes I've been tasked as a producer, like, okay, I like this reference, do this, cool.
Yeah.
That's that's clarity from the artist. Nothing wrong with that. We like that. But I feel like a lot of the times my best work comes just from like, let me figure out, like now I heard what you like.
Yeah.
You know, let me present you with something that can only come from being present in the moment and just inspired, right? And I find that that access comes from noodling. I don't know how much of this you do in your sessions, or if you're more like clear.
Dude, I mean, the session itself is 30 minutes to an hour, but like the noodling and the jamming and like really just like building that box and like kind of filling it, you know, that's just the whole jamming. For like 2 hours. Like I'll just be like, all right, let me just come in here, jam out some stuff. But most of the time it's like I'll do sessions by myself, and then when I'm with collaborators, I'm like, all right, let me not waste time.
I get it. I feel like sometimes I need time by myself.
Exactly.
Because I don't know, it's still, even though you've been doing it probably for years now, but I can imagine that for many instances, it's like a pretty intimate thing to be just exploring without the judgment of like you need to perform.
You need to have people that you're comfortable with, like showcasing that portion of yourself to. Like I still get like nervous when it comes to like singing or like playing an instrument or something around people. Like I'll hop on stage, do like a cool song, do all this stuff, and then I'll hop off and I'm like, I'm not talking to anybody.
Oh yeah. No,
but it's like nothing to be rude or anything. It's just like, I just need to like
cool down.
It's like I spammed like my little fast fucking power up, and now I gotta reset.
Yeah, no, I feel you. In my case, I'm not like, I didn't grow up necessarily as a musician first. I have like a very different part of life when I was a kid, when I was just like playing sports with my friends, and I enjoy that. Like I was able to just do that and be a kid. But then when I started to be more interested in music, I began as a DJ.
That's cool.
So that's a very different dynamic where I guess your mistakes, if you're a musician, yes, you'll mess up, and only very like trained, not super trained musicians, but people who are like somewhat aware might notice like, oh, there was like a weird change, whatever. As a DJ, you mess up, you click a button, it stops. You know, it's like, it's super evident, like you messed up.
You messed up? No, I didn't.
So I can remember moments where I was like super into the set, and especially once in my high school, and I finished, everybody loved it. I saw a video after that, and I watched how there was like people around me, like friends that were just like cheering me up. I don't remember none of that. I remember like feeling like I was just like super locked in, and after that like my hands were shaking. Then I see this video and everybody was there, like, how I did not notice. Everybody, I guess you just connect to something and just try to do like your performance the best you can, and that's how it comes out. But now in the studio setup, because I'm not the fastest musician, I like to spend time by myself and just like noodle around as much as I can, as much as I want, and then come more or less prepared with sessions. But it's not unconventional to just be like, okay, start from scratch. And that's where I think being very comfortable with people that already more or less like what you do, I think is a good thing. That okay, we understand that we're here because we chose to be here. Right, I think that's where you can relax. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know how much you like to be more of like quick in the sense of like, if you see somebody who is doing an idea that maybe you don't love in the moment, do you like ask them politely to move on, or how do you navigate that?
I think there's not really any bad ideas. Like I think some people just have different like how they perceive or like how they hear music is different. So I just want to let them like do their idea and see like if we can use it, and then you know, I'll respectfully be like, hey, like I don't think that's it. Like I don't know if that's like, I feel like the vibe of the song is like more like we want it to be aggressive, or like we want it to be chill, but like maybe this line or this take right here just isn't hitting it, but you know, maybe we can keep it and use it or chop it, or like let's try to see if we can utilize this thing and like just like resample it. Like why not? Like music is so like so much of a thing where you could do whatever you want, really.
Yeah.
So
but what I like is like you let them go through the idea.
Yeah, right? Let them like, do their idea, because it's like it's also just I want people to be comfortable, and like in the sense of like I want to hear what your take is on this part. And maybe there's something in that take where I'm like, oh, that's a cool like little like you did like a cool run. Like we should keep that run, but like let's redo it and clean it up. Yeah. You know? So
that's interesting. I think I was mentioning on the last podcast, sorry if I repeat myself, but whenever I'm in that situation, I like to let people just do it, because even if it's not the take that's gonna be, sometimes in the mistakes that happen naturally, just performing or trying to do the take, you hear something else.
Exactly.
That might actually be the thing.
Yeah.
And if you don't go through that process, if you just say, oh, that's not going to work, like without letting them fully
let them do their thing.
You didn't give that a chance to exist.
Exactly.
So I think that's very valuable.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Are there any cool projects that you are excited about? Not only about yourself, but maybe in your circle of friends that you see?
So I have a few, well... So my roommate / like really pretty close friend, Zach Santos, he's dropping a new album. We don't know, like probably in the summer. Got to sit on those sessions. It was really cool to watch. Really, really cool to just kind of see it all come together. So I'm excited for that album to be released. I'm excited for my own music to be released. My friend Rain, she's about to drop some more music. I'm excited for that.
Like, I've been waiting for Rain to drop music, man, 'cause
it's gonna be cool.
She is such like a contributor.
She's a killer, man.
In our like little scene that I just like, girl, I love that you're doing this for everybody, but also like I know you have great music to yourself, you know?
It's just fire. Like I think it's all coming together in the way of like maybe right now it's like it's just building, but it's gonna get to that point where it's like, okay, all of the people that like I appreciate and like are around me in this circle that we get to build from, and like we get to continue to build this community, and everybody's like chill and like super like just like I can't hang around like people with problems, but I'm also like I'm like this is great. Like I'm glad like I got into a good circle out here. So
yeah, how did you actually decide to make the move to LA? How did that happen? You were
well, I mean, circumstances happened, and then I was just very sad. Like I was like I just didn't want to be in that city anymore, and I was ready to move on. It was kind of funny because I was actually gonna move down here when I was 22. And I was like, no, that's not for me. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't do that, because right now I'm like, that was the perfect time. Like sometimes life throws things at you to test you out, but also to be like, hey, like this is the direction you're getting pulled in. And this direction, it's just only blessed me. So I'm just continuing to like be grateful for my blessings. I'm continuing to be grateful for like the people around me, and just, but when I moved down here, I was just in a very like depressed state. So like my first couple of weeks, I was just like, bro, like it's like sunny and hot. All my friends would be like, let's go to the beach. I'm just like, like.
Yeah, no, I understand. Maybe in my case, I mean, it just happens. You never know how true things are gonna happen. But I remember, I was here in 2018 for school. I did like an exchange program from Mexico City.
Hell yeah!
And once I met whom today is my mentor, my business partner here at the studio, Joel.
Yeah.
And he helped me with my first visa and everything else. I was here like professionally. I moved 10 days before COVID.
Oh shoot.
So imagine I had like everything lined up in my mind. No. Like I knew exactly how things were gonna go. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and that, because I already had a taste of it.
Yeah.
Like I had enough of like, okay, so this is normally what happens. I know what I'm going like to do, what I'm signing up for. And then total chaos, right? So as you said, I think looking now in retrospective, some of that, like a lot of that craziness that was happening in like in everybody's lives, right?
Yeah.
I see that now as like I'm happy a lot of it happened when I was that young.
Yeah.
Because it comes with great lessons.
Yeah.
That you'd carry for the rest of your life, and what like crazy lessons to have in
it's
the
such an
pandemic.
experience that like I feel like like I'm like, oh yeah, I forget that happened. Like because everybody was on Twitch, everybody was on Discord, like it was such an isolated time to like work on your craft, your art, and just like really build on yourself. So like there's there's the negatives, and then there's like the positive aspect of like if you really push through that time, it's like now you respect all that, like you needed that. And I feel like a lot of people woke up from that mindset as well, as like I can't just work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life and do this and not have goals and like aspirations to do more.
Yeah.
So I think COVID really woke a lot of people up to be like, okay, we can't like let this system that we built control us, especially for like creatives. Like that's why you see a lot of people that have the resources and like the things around. It's like they want to work on their creative endeavors. They don't want to just like, work for someone else or do other like meaningless tasks that don't really serve them.
Yeah.
So,
hey guys, I wanted to take a quick second just to talk about the sponsor of this video, which is the Lab Studios. We are a studio located in Studio City, and we offer everything from recording, mixing, and mastering. We're also Atmos certified, so if you have any questions or inquiries, feel free to reach out. We can also offer you 15% off in your first project with us. Now, back to the video.
I think it's, like it was a very moving time. And that's, when I moved down here, it was also going back to your question. I just like decided to just like open up, I was very much of an introvert type person before, and I still am. Like I'm like an ambivert. Like,
yeah.
I'm in the middle.
I'm right the same, yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm just like, I feel like I'm very open to just like experiencing things and meeting new people, having conversations, and just like genuinely learning from my experiences. Like I'm not out here trying to be a negative like impact on the environment. Like I just want to be as positive as I can, just chill out, relax, like take it with just take everything in and experience it,
Because especially this city can be brutal.
It's a lot.
I think it's only natural that we all have, when we're new here in the city, like somewhat of a distortion of how LA is.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
there's
like,
so much stuff.
And it's okay, but once you realize but the reality is, it's really up to you to adapt and be like, okay.
You have to decide. You have to be decisive. Like I learned that after my first year. I was just like, all right. Like you can't go to every single party. You have to be selective about the parties. You got to be selective about the people you're around. You got to be like, you got to come to the party early, leave the party early. Like don't stay till the devil walks in. Like be very mindful of your time and other people's time. And I feel like a lot of like when people show me that they can't like stick to a schedule or something like that, I'm like, all right, like
okay,
it's like I planned this thing at this time, and then okay, you have 5 other things going on this day, and I respect that, I get that, but also this time is for this.
Exactly.
And I think once you get out of that mindset of like doing so much, you start to like be a little bit more attentive on the things that you're focused on, That's
been one of the lessons, more or less, that I've been going through lately, because I think much of this industry runs in fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody's doing a lot of things, and of course you have these opportunities and you want to be a part of them.
Yeah.
Not only because, like, yes, you want to grow as a musician, as a creative yourself, but these are also your friends, right? So, so you want to help. And there's this beautiful collaboration, but I also think that it's, like you said, important to be mindful of you have just such limited time.
Yeah.
Because we're navigating jobs, we're navigating
expensive.
other things, right?
Water $7.
Exactly. And choosing to do something like this podcast is choosing to not do anything else during this time. So going with intentionality in everything you do, I think it's paramount, but it's not always super clear because we are very emotional creators, and we wanna just go through it, and it's exciting. But also you need to be more at times when it's appropriate to be more diligent with your time.
Exactly.
Right, and that starts with you. Like I know, man, I have such little time for the things that I want to do because of all of these other commitments that I'm also want to do, but especially for personal projects that it's sometimes like a task where I'm super burnt out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to do this. And remembering that, okay, you also need some rest. That's also part of being diligent with your time. Like you cannot just run on caffeine.
You'll burn out real quick and you'll have a short experience.
No, exactly. Like, and sometimes it's what is asked to do. Like you need to go through it. Like just yesterday, my Joel, my mentor, was just here all night pulling like, I don't know how many hours working, but it's not every day, right? Sometimes that's what's being presented to you, and it's a decision to say, yes, this is what I want to do with my life.
Yeah.
This is the opportunity I have. Many other times, you can afford to just sleep a little bit.
Yeah.
Take a day off.
You need to sleep.
You know, like
take a break, reset. Like take those days off, man. Like you can't just all the time.
Yeah.
It's cool, like, you know, and I feel like if you go to enough parties and go to enough things and events, like you get to the point where you're like, okay, everybody knows everybody here. It's actually a smaller community than you think. And you're not missing out, especially if like that kind of brings me to the point of like creating that event yourself. Like that's what I like to do. Like I love creating that element for myself. Like someone told me, they're like, hey, if there's something out here that you want that's not here yet or you can't obtain, create it for yourself, build your own community. And that's a little something that I like started to do with like my Find Out series.
Find Out.
Like,
I just wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
Thank you. How did you, like, how was the idea conceived and the team involved? How did they all come together?
Well, it's actually kind of funny because like my first show that I saw out here was Rain and Dom's like little house party show.
Oh yeah, it was like one day before Lamp started.
Yeah. So
I was there too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first show I ever came to out here, and when I met them, they're like, oh, we're from Oregon. I'm from Seattle, so like Pacific Northwest, and I was like, yo, hey. So we instantly got along, and then I just kept on seeing them throughout the year or whatever. But there was a point, I think it was when you guys finished Lamp, I hit them up and I was just like, hey, like, do you want to start like event series? I already did like a couple paint nights and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just paint and sips.
That's interesting. Like, not even music, just paint.
Yeah, I mean, I did paint and sips back in Washington, but just set up a bunch of canvases, play some music, and then I incorporated, like, I had a lot of music friends. I was like, hey, like, do you want to play some music or like do a little acoustic thing? But once I reached out to Rain and had that like conversation, and I just told her about like ideas, and then me, her, and Dom, we all got or her, Dom, and me, we all got together and just like, really, really kind of came up with some ideas, and we were like, oh, what if we just like, call it like fuck around, like find out, like fuck around, find out. And I was like, hey, let's call it Find Out.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then I created like some art, and I was like, okay, the flyer, like maybe every flyer I do the art for it, and then we get a guest and an artist and just kind of build this thing out. So it's, once a month, usually in the middle of the month, Palm and Pine, like we try to just build it more and more every single time. And I think we're starting to build a community, and I think it's a very like wholesome community too.
Yeah. I really liked how diverse the crowd was, but also how diverse the activities were.
Yeah.
Like I was just painting something, listening to somebody sing, and then like doing this little...
we got a bracelet station. It's funny because like that's that's what I would do at like an event, is like I'd bring like a little sketchbook or something and like draw on it. And I'm just like, I'm not ignoring the music. It's just like I feel
it's inspiring, maybe.
Yeah, well, yeah, like at times it's like I could visually like, I'm like, oh, like I can feel the experience. Like I think of like these memories and like just these shapes, and I just want to draw. So having this event series, I was like, cool, like canvases, you all can like experience that, like get to paint, like you don't have to just sit around and like stand, you know, like be active, have fun, build that community.
I like that. That's taking an approach of making the listeners in that moment more of like an active part of the experience. Instead of just, I mean, listening, it's cool.
It's cool, yeah.
But like, also get to do this sort of stuff while you do that.
Yeah.
Maybe also doesn't make it as scary for more amateur artists that are performing for maybe the first time.
Yeah.
That everybody's, listening to them, but also like involved in other things. Maybe it's like a barrier that is like, okay.
Yeah.
Give them a space to be like, I can just come up and do this without having the extreme expectation that you put on yourself.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Is how easy or difficult was it to find a place to host?
Well, Rain actually was a big help on finding the space. So that was, once we had the place, I was like, all right, cool. Like I got the instruments, I got like some art supplies, and we could help build merch, and I'll handle the IG. You guys do the like hosting stuff, and you know, we'll all just collaborate. And she's honestly, they've been like the greatest people I've worked with for an event. Like it's been great. Like it's been off the chain. So I'm really, really grateful for that experience.
I think I don't know if they brought maybe some of their own expertise, because I'm aware that they have their own nonprofits.
Booking, yeah. They have their own nonprofit booking, like agency.
So maybe these were the right people to...
They were the right people. Yeah. And it was funny because like these were things I was doing too in Washington. And then also out here, I was throwing like house parties. Like we had a lot of... My first year was a lot. So
got it. Yeah. That's incredible, man. What do you think about how the technology is evolving into like more generative AI kind of stuff?
I feel like it's more of a threat towards the basic type of listeners, or like more simple chord progressive type players. Like if you're playing simple things, it's like the AI is going to be able to like capture those things. I feel like fusion and like more soulful things that are like really experiences that like the human experience, it can't be taken away from AI. Like it can mimic it, but
from humans, you mean?
From shoot.
No. Like, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting it.
Cut. Yeah, but I feel like the experiences that like we share as humans, as we humans, we are all humans. I am a human.
I'm definitely not a robot.
Definitely not a robot.
Yeah.
But I don't think it could take our experiences and like how we feel, you know? I think it can mimic those things and like give us a basic like song, or like even help build things. But it's also like a tool. Like don't abuse it, like, because it is killing our planet. So
it is like
please stop abusing it.
There's a couple of trees that go dry, so is it worth it?
It's like
you decide.
You're using water. Why are you using the clean water?
Yeah, I know. Have you like engaged in any of the AI?
Not musically. Like I've probably used it for like work, for like emails and stuff like that. Yeah. That's it. Like I don't plan on using it for music, and like I don't see it as like one of those tools that like is needed, you know?
Yeah.
In my experience. Like,
I agree.
I'm sure with other people it can be helpful. Like I know there's a lot of useful things with it. Like some people could use it for like therapy. Some people can use it for just helping plan out things, or just organizing workbooks and stuff like that.
To me, I've been having this conversation with my mentor, because he's coming from the perspective of he was still having a career, like he still has a career just because, like all these years, simply because he's being able to adapt from each time, each era, right? Like he started when, like he tells me stories about when autotune came out.
Yeah.
And everybody was like demonizing autotune and see how autotune is prevalent today. Like, so he's been trying to tell me that these are tools that are now at your disposal and you should be able to use them.
Yeah.
Especially like when it's such a crazy tool to like, I've tried to experiment a little bit with it, but there's this aspect where I just like the process so much of just me or being with friends creating stuff. Like, it's very therapeutic.
It needs to be like that. Like, I feel like art is something that we shouldn't allow something automated to take over. You know, Terminator's a thing. Terminator 1, 2, 3, 4, Salvation, TV series, Matrix. It's like, bro, like you have all these movies warning you, stop.
I know. I personally think that we're gonna go towards more like a Wall-E scenario.
I don't think we have, at least for the US, I don't think we have enough budget to like get the cool Terminators. Like they might not like eliminate us off the first jump, you know?
But like back to like, for example, using Suno or anything.
Yeah.
I just don't find it fun yet. Maybe I haven't found a way to use it that is fun. But for me, just spending like 8 hours one day going through something, even if by the end of the day I didn't do anything that's incredible, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think that I've spent time like wasted. Yeah. Other people I know, they think that way. I'm not saying you guys are wrong, but I'm just saying like I don't feel like I wasted my time. I feel like I got to create. Yeah. And that's like
you're putting your personal touch on the music and on the art itself. Yeah. You're building out the art form. Like I know people want to utilize AI and like have like it as like, oh, it's a tool, like we're all using this. No. I was like, we need to stop. Like we need to regulate this tool and like really put a restriction on it. We need to be like more concerned about like what it's doing to our environment and also to our brains. Like social media has completely rotted.
It's the dead, what is it? The dead internet theory.
Right.
You heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Most for people who don't know, it's just like most of the stuff that you'll see won't be from actual creators. Won't be for just like machines, and basically none of it is real anymore. Like
don't know.
The whole point of social media, it's dead. It's just now generative content, and I think it's a bit sad if that happens to music, because I can only imagine like there's something that I personally believe that it's amazing for me and maybe for many people, just the kind of like the lore that happens behind great records. If you just think of people in, like Michael Jackson, like Thriller or something, that being in the room when things were happening, I just get like goosebumps. I just think, imagine just writing like any of those records. How did it came up? Instead of just like prompting it, you know, like I don't think nothing necessarily against the technology per se, because AI is gonna cure cancer. Like, sure, amazing. We need that. We want that. But taking away from the experience of just going through the creative process and feeling in harmony with the universe, whatever that does to your heart, I think it's something that it's needed.
Yeah.
Not only for whatever music success, but just for your soul, man. And I think just prompting things takes that away from it. And
we're given too much to Big Brother, you know.
I know. And not to say like this is not even coming from a place, at least from me, of ethics, because we have an industry that has never been bothered by ethics. So even if it's not ethical, sure, but nothing in this industry mostly likely has been ethical the way it's been run so far. But more of like, why you do what you're doing. Like maybe in a pursuit of like I need to do something today because a client, whatever, if it's very automatic, very transactional, I can see a use of it. But for the vast majority of the rest of the work, where it's more of like exploration, it's more of like your need to create, this is relevant. This tool just becomes not needed. Versus Pro Tools or a DAW or something that you need to keep going. That's a tool for me. I don't know. I just feel like this is like a weird... I can just picture 10 years from now where there's no jobs, nothing is like everything is automated,
Yeah.
everything is a prompt, and maybe in a great way, everything you do then, it's a decision of how you want to spend your time. And I feel like doing
You'd
this.
hope.
I'm sorry?
You'd hope.
I would hope. I would hope. Again, best case scenario, maybe. We are beyond money. We are beyond diseases. Like everything has been done, been created. If you need anything, it's just an AI.
Yeah.
Is
That's
music
too easy.
or art something you just want to prompt away and?
That shouldn't be something that we prompt,
You know, that's what I mean.
Art that's the expression, the experience, and like without that experience, that expression, it's just like I feel like people aren't gonna appreciate it as much, you know.
I see this as maybe like a parallel to be maybe like an art director at a gallery where these people may not that they can't, but may not have the skills to make the art, right? But they maybe have the taste of saying, this moves me.
Yeah.
I want to share it to everybody. And prompting music may be the parallel where you may not have the skills to make it, but you see that, hey, I like this. Let me put this thing together. And it might be your own way to contribute, to tell everybody like, hey, I made this with Suno.
Yeah.
I'm aware that this is not me.
Yeah.
But I like it in some ways. I can validate that experience somehow.
Yeah.
If we didn't have the environmental,
yeah,
like consequences.
At that point, it's like, all right, man.
but like that's the only way how I can probably say, yeah, man, Suno, it's all right. But if you wanna like climb this mountain of being like the musician, the songwriter, producer. Is that the most interesting thing you can be doing with your time? Probably not, for me at least. So, anyways, that's just how like things are going, and you see these incredible people that are already killing it, being like, "Well, it is here, so there's nothing I can do." Is it? It was so fast.
Yeah.
It took us like nobody really fought. When people say, "Oh, it is what it is," like, well, you can choose to just
just don't use
don't use it. Like,
but it's in everything now. Even like Google searches, like they have their own AI plugged into
which
it.
sometimes might be great, but sometimes I just want to know a Google search. And Google is like, "Oh yeah, I can answer that question. Give me 1 second." Yes, it's like I didn't need that water consumption. Like come on. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, bro, talk to me about this song that you're gonna do for us.
Yeah, so this is my new song. It's called Distance. I dropped it about 2 weeks ago.
Okay, it's out already. Amazing.
Yeah. It's part of my album coming out soon, hopefully summer.
Hopefully summer.
It's called Aquarius. That's the name of the album.
Are you an Aquarius?
I am an Aquarius.
Oh,
February 16th.
Hey, happy birthday! I mean,
Thanks,
very, very.
Oh yeah, thank you. But yeah, no, it's just kind of like just this whole project's more about like experience journey.
Okay.
I kind of wrote a lot. It was me trying to connect and be a little bit more personal with my music. So like sharing my story of like moving down here, how I was feeling, kind of like the experiences I had with other people, how they made me feel, and like how like just all these things generated into this like compound that now is my album.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's about just kind of leaving a situation and like kind of regretting the things that you like did in that situation, and like regretting just kind of experiences, but also like appreciating those experiences and building on them and trying to figure out where you are and like what you want to accomplish moving forward. So like this song is more like, it's like, oh, I'm sad, but like, I'll be all right.
That's very cool. Now that you mention the regret of maybe past mistakes, do you find creating this work is allowing yourself to also forgive yourself in a deep way?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why this project has like taken me so long is like because now I've gotten to that point where I'm like, okay, like I've gotten over it. Like,
Okay.
and it was like a breakup type deal. It's like,
Okay.
I've gotten over it, and I made all these songs, and they mean so much to me, to the point where I'm like, okay, cool, like I could share this to the world. I got to add in, like, I had like Zach, like he came in, did some bass, and like he's also helping me co-produce on certain songs, and just add in like textures of like things that we like and appreciate. Like, a big artist for me this year was Dijon. I
Okay.
love Dijon. I love Paris, Texas, Steve Lacy. Even just more of like, just like just these old like punk artists. Like, this song I incorporated, like I tried to really embrace that punky rock side of myself, and like be like, okay, like I'm not giving up on this. Like, these things from this genre is what makes me me, so why not embrace it? And I think this whole album, this whole project, this whole just element is about that. So yeah.
I think having such a personal album, what do you, how do you feel your own relationship with validation around like the music you make, coming from a place that it's such intimate? Like in the sense of like, you're gonna share it with the world,
Yeah.
right? Of course, we hope people like it, and I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
But like, sometimes when it's so personal,
Yeah.
it's kind of like your baby, you know? Like, it's
Me personally, I just see it as like, this is what I went through. This is how it made me feel. This is how I moved on from it. And there's a couple songs where it's like me just like, it's like, hey, like I'm just trying to like pop around, have fun with it.
Yeah.
Those songs are all just like, I'm okay with sharing to the world, because I feel like that's a story meant to be shared.
Okay.
And, moving from that, I'm going to just create more music and more experiences to share. But I don't know. I do see it as like something that was very vulnerable for me to like release, because like I was also just like, oof, I don't want any backlash from anybody.
Is it a bit scary? Like,
A little scary, because I was like, man, like I'm not trying to like, I'm not going after anybody. Like, this is my experience, and like what I experienced in these things, and like how I matured from it. But I don't know. Like, I'm still learning that.
what do you think, or what do you let's say people have no idea of who you are or context.
Yeah.
The algorithm just presented this song to them.
Yeah.
Right? What do you expect them to take away from this?
I just hope they listen to it and like feel just the humanity in my words and the humanity in the music, and get to channel it. Like, if you're having like a sad day, you went through a breakup, or like maybe you just want to get up and like rock around, it's like, I want you to like get up, have fun with it, experience the music. And I'm not too worried about like algorithm or just building. Like, this to me is solely just like an art project that I want to release. That like, I think it's, it's a big kickoff for me. Like, I haven't done a full length like album.
This is your first one. Amazing.
This is my first full length album. I've done EPs, singles. I've worked on other people's EPs, other singles and albums, but I've never released my own full piece of work like that. So it's really like, it's just been a journey.
Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, I think once you're ready to share with the world, it's like this huge relief of like, you climbed that mountain.
I'm just ready to have it out, because I have like a bunch of other like songs where I'm like, oh man.
When you have, I can imagine that you're putting together an album, and some songs they just won't cut it because maybe it's for another album.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's once that happens and you have already so much distance in time with these songs. How is your relationship with that older version of you? Because maybe you're not longer in that moment in your life, but it was still you. Like, do you still feel connected to it, or?
That's funny, because I was thinking about this, because like that's something I kind of been going through, but I just still feel it's important to like release that project and get those feelings out there. Because even with this changed like mindset and just like all these experiences, it's okay to shift your project, to shift your art. It's your art. And it's kind of funny, because like I've been listening to like a lot of like podcasts, and one of them was talking about like 50 Cent and like his journey of just like he got shot like what 15 times, 9 times, 15
crazy,
times.
Yeah.
But like he had an album before all of that, and then after like the record label, everybody let him go, dropped like a fucking banger album. So it's like you have to be adaptive to like the time. So like there has been maybe like 1 or 2 songs that I've like switched up on where I'm like, okay, this song fits right here, this is the album, but I'm gonna add in one more, or I'm gonna take this song out, or I'm gonna change how I play the song. Like maybe instead of the song being just produced like how I had it, like let's just do the acoustic guitar version, the voice memo that I like. One of my favorite artists, Nick Hakim, like he re-released an album he already released with like they were just like phone recordings or just like demo takes of his songs, and a lot of the demo takes I'm like, these are fire. Like I feel like this should be included into projects. Like people should want to include more of these artistic natures into their art forms, you know?
I think that's very cool. I've had many ideas to do something similar, but I think if anything, it's going to become more relevant with AI music. I feel having, for example, in this case, I can relate with my podcast that I'm making because, as you see, I'm very like indie, right? It's a one-man show. I'm doing my best. I don't know anything about video. I'm learning as I go, but there's something to it that is kind of like what you see. It's made by humans. And it's not perfect. It's not super flushed out. I'm making a bunch of mistakes. Even me, like trying to have like a nice conversation. I'm coming up with questions, and I'm trying not to look super awkward in camera. You know, like there's so much to it that I think with AI it would have been so much better. But I prefer to go through this process because I'm just learning so much, having fun, and showing people that there's value to this. You know, there's value to just doing things organically and having a project in music where you show demo takes that are not necessarily melodyne, that are not necessarily like mixed already. I think it's a cool window to your mind of how you achieve these ideas. And I think that's very special to show, because somebody like me, who I love all of that. Like I will watch documentaries about how things came up, and I'll be like, it's incredible, because I strive to do that as well, right? Like I want to be very, very good in what I do, so I'm always trying to learn, and being able to access a window of how you achieve that, it's very special. And I think if anything right now, it's going to make the difference between AI that is already incredible, flushed out and super polished, and people who are actually feeling. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if you have any projects that you're trying to do also, like with demo takes or anything.
I mean, this project, I have like a couple of songs where I'm doing live versions and I'm putting them into the song. I'm just like blending, like honestly, to me, it's like resampling my own music. Like I'm resampling everything, and I'm just seeing it as like, make this collage, have fun with it, release it, and like, you know, if people connect, they connect. If they don't, then it's like, hey, I appreciate that I put so much time and effort and like all my experiences into it. Because now it's like, okay, I could do it again, or I could go do another album or do a couple other projects. Like, it's going to feel so good to just get that out there.
I think that's literally one of the best feelings where, I mean, I had put music out on my own before just doing music for other people. It's so vulnerable, man. It's like, it gave me a little bit of an insight, and maybe made me a better producer, because I can relate now on that level. But just singing out, like, it's super vulnerable, you know? It's
just gotta do it.
And having it out, and I have a couple of people reach out that they really like it, and it's incredible feeling. And but just having it out, I feel like I contributed to something, and I hope people enjoy it. And I can imagine like an album right now. It's like a whole body of work that it's been organized and selected, and I'm very excited for your album to come out. So I'm very happy that you're gonna give us a taste today.
Hell yeah.
So if you will, let's jump into the booth.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Done. Thanks so much for doing this, brother.
Dude, of course, man.
And can't wait to do this again.
Hell yeah.
All right. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in a second. All right. Let me stop this.
Hi, my name is L.A.Floyd, and this is my song Distance. I hope you enjoy.
That you don't see, holding on my breath, you don't know me. Hoping that you'll need me someday, but I'll just have to wait till my heart breaks. Over and over again, I just know that we can be friends. And it's a shame to see you leave, but these actions only speak. So I'll wait until my heart breaks. Over and over again, I'll just wait until my heart breaks. Over and over again, I'm searching for you. I mean, what could I do? Oh yeah. Silence is louder than words. You keep me waiting even though it hurts. My heart bleeds out until I fade while I'm catching glimpses of your face. Until my heart breaks. Over and over again, I'll just wait until my heart breaks. Over and over again.